It's the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Ryan Tannehill. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Commanders and the Falcons on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A give up the middle to Carter. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Rodgers now on first down. Evans has it left side. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Rodgers now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 22 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Tannehill. And he whips that one incomplete there. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On second down, it's Jones. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Myers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Evans from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Good footwork at the 30. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now it's Rodgers. Open man is Myers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
That's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And it's a fumble. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. Now a play fake. Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Again, 11 on the play. 1st down for Atlanta. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And again, it's Rodgers. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. An inside give to Jones.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it was finished off by Charlie Kolar's touchdown catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. On the catch, it's Crowder.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's another Washington. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Here's Tannehill. He'll find Reynolds over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
Quick slant to Crowder. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Tannehill now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Jamison Crowder as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. On 2nd and 9. Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Tannehill. Touchdown! Cole Turner from 8 yards out. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tannehill going to throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Evans here. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Up the middle, Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
Rodgers now on first down. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Rodgers now on first down. There's Evans again, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A 6-yard pickup. At the 16-yard line.
Second and 4.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The give is to Jones. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll go again to Jones.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A give to Jones. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now Rodgers.
Got his target. That's Kohler. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
To Evans on the slant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Aaron Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Here's Tannehill. Airing one out for Crowder. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Tannehill.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on him, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as well. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll run it with Jones. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 2nd and 5 now. Rodgers.
Right side and caught by Kohler.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got it.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers again now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Denzel Perryman with a sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Delay of game.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers.
Over the middle, connecting with Kohler.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
separation was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Crowder's got it over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Tannehill throwing again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tannehill.
Caught by Turner.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill.
Turner is there for another one. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
To the air again, Tannehill.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Tannehill on 1st down.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And it's caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They face a third down now as they try to find a late. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Kylan Granson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, or both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.